Hello, hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Imperfectly Perfect True Crime and More with Jay Diaz. And usually Lola, but she jumped off. She said F this, she's done recording for the day. So she's laying over there. It's just me by myself. Monkey's out venturing around with her Nana. So, But thank you guys for being here. I love you so much. I'm going to do another video today about Dylan Rounds and all the things that are out there and rumored at this point. And a conversation that took place between a private investigator that the Rounds family hired and an anonymous caller. And so I want to put out my disclaimer. This is under the Fair Use Act. Everything I'm saying is covered by that. This is all allegedly, in my opinion. This is not professional at all. This is mine conclusion. So, this was on Monkey Mar's channel. Monkey Mar, love you, boo. If this is your first time hearing about her, please go subscribe to her channel. She's phenomenal. And then there's Kaz, who co-hosts with her. Love her to death. I love you guys. So, James Perry, or Jim P., who is the private investigator that was hired by Justin's sister, who's Dylan's aunt. She actually paid him. Justin is Dylan's biological father, so Dylan's aunt on his dad's side actually hired him. His grandparents actually were the ones who hired him. She just paid them to help aid in the search for Dylan initially. Jim, the PI, was contacted by an anonymous woman who stated that she knew Dylan and his family personally. She said that she worked for Justin, Dylan's dad. He has a trucking company with 7 trucks called J Transport. So the 7 trucks that Justin owns are actually contracted through the woman on the phone's business that she works at. So Jim, the PI's relationship with Dylan's family went south very quickly, and they ended up firing him. So now Jim is stating that Dylan's family is constantly harassing him and constantly contacting him through both text and phone calls nonstop since firing him. Jim is saying that he has started to hear many very conflicting possible stories that now surround Dylan's disappearance. Some of those rumors consist of that Jim is a complete ass. No, that can't be right. That Justin is a complete asshole and beats his employees and his ex-wife and owes millions of dollars to people all over the country. That there are liens all over the place on Dylan's mom. I guess she owes millions of dollars. That was actually about her. That was Dylan's mom is said to be in all types of like legal issues. So I don't know. Jim and the anonymous woman on the phone, she said that Candace actually just up and left Dylan and their family 7 or 8 years ago. She ended up just packing and leaving for over 3 years without a single word to them. She never told them she was leaving either. She just packed up and left them. After 3 years went by, Candace reached out to Justin. She was saying that she wanted to see the kids and everything like that. So Justin and Candace have 3 kids together. There's Dylan, who is currently 19, and then he has a younger brother and sister. They were still married when she just walked out of their life. The anonymous woman spoke on Justin's character, and she said that he was actually a very calm person and that it took a lot out of him, for him to get mad. But Candace leaving actually sent him through the roof, she said. Candace was never considered a missing person, though. Justin and the kids wanted nothing to do with her after that. The woman said that she had not heard good things about Candace at all. She heard that Candace is actually really crazy and that she doesn't like to deal with her, and neither do the 3 children want to deal with her or be around her. After abandoning their family, they were hurt by her. She said she never got in too deep with it, though. She just wanted to, she didn't want to pry, she said. Jim, the PI, said since being fired, Dylan's family won't leave him alone and that it is kind of bizarre. Jim said that he has been contacted by many people that know Dylan and his family, as well as Dylan's family, calling Jim to harass him. More on the mom's side are the ones making contact, the community as well as business. Dylan's family has issues just about, she has issues with just about everyone that are involved in this case. They said that she will have a problem with law enforcement, Jim the PI, the townspeople, and that they will probably end up being in a fight with a third of the people they deal with, you know, being involved with Dylan's search. And it's only been 3 weeks and they fought with almost everyone. Jim said some of the people have said this is terrible what happened to this kid Dylan, but we're not surprised. Which was kind of alarming to me to hear. I don't know what that means. Why is that not surprising he went missing? It was a weird comment, but I didn't get that. That's what we all need to know or to find out. Some of the people who called also said by the time this is all said and done, Candace will have problems with everyone. Like I said, they have been having a hard time understanding why she's not crying. Candace is focused on making spreadsheets to, saying what ground they've covered. Now we have to search this area and do this, that kind of stuff. People who have interacted with Candace say that she is emotionless. There's no emotion there. Jim said that she came off to him the same way. The woman on the phone kept repeating that she was afraid to lose her job for reaching out and talking to Jim, but something just didn't sit right and she had to say something. And that Justin is really trying to keep it together for his other children. He just got so much on him right now between Dylan and his business and having to deal with Candace so closely. Basically, it's a lot on Justin, Dylan's dad. He's just trying to get along with Candace to keep the peace. Dylan's family has not discussed him being gay either, nor have they addressed any of the other rumors. Anonymous woman said that he had both mommy and daddy issues. He has completely different issues with his parents. His daddy issues stem from when Dylan was 16. He wanted to drop out of high school because there was no point in going there if all he wanted to do was be a farmer anyway. He didn't want to waste his time in school. Justin isn't having that. He stated that it made him very, very angry that Dylan wanted to drop out of high school. Justin went behind out of high school. Justin went behind back. Oh no, I'm sorry. Shit. He wanted to just own his house and be on his farm. And then it said Justin's dad, Don, went behind Justin's back and took a mortgage out for Dylan to get this farming property. And he also took him out a loan for $50,000, which I'll get into that. Justin had no idea about that money. And he said that he took it out and the loan was to buy the land for Dylan, but Justin was completely shocked and angered by this, that he felt like that his dad had betrayed him. And it was just, he was very upset about it. It was a big problem in the family because he didn't want Dylan to drop out of school at 16, and the grandpa was kind of condoning it by getting him this land at 16, and all that. The woman also said that even when Justin comes into the business, they never really see him. Only his boss sees him. That most people don't actually ever come in contact with him. This was well before Dylan went missing. Justin is actually best friends with someone who shared their info with this anonymous caller. And I guess there was people calling in around the town that were being recorded by the police, and I guess the information, if it is to be released, is very incriminating for Justin. I don't know why that is or what that would be. Being gay is not incriminating. I guess there was word that Justin is gay. I'll get into that. It's just crazy. There have been, that just puts so many scenarios and questions in my head. Did Candace and Justin have anything to do with Dylan's disappearance? Police are trying to respect the family and keep all the info private at this point. The woman caller said, "We don't care if Dylan is gay. We just want to find out what happened to him. That's all." Candace and Jim did listen to the recordings. though it pretty much backs up what Jim was saying. Jim had stated that he had heard Dylan was gay. I believe that's one of the reasons they fired him. They said that he was bringing up stuff that wasn't important. It's very important because he lives a whole different lifestyle than what we're said to have heard, which brings on a whole different circumstance, which you don't know. It's crazy. But the real reason that they haven't told anyone about is because they haven't told anyone about the recordings is because it all links back to this guy named Kurt. Okay. Kurt, who was said to be Dylan's bestie. Now, Kurt is also 62 years old, okay? And it's been said that Dylan and Kurt had a sexual relationship, okay? Kurt has been said to like to dress up like a woman, and he's into some freaky sexual things. Kurt's family has been texting Dylan's dad, Justin's teenage daughter, and Justin himself. Not necessarily threatening them, she said, the anonymous caller, but saying things like, "We know where you live." The Kurtz family is just trying to pump them to find out what information they know about the case, which again, I find suspect. This is the family that lives in Ricky. So I guess there's this guy named Kurt. He's got a lot of connections, but his brother is a sexual offender, and he's linked to a lot of sexual offenders. I believe he may be one himself. Okay, I don't know, allegedly. You see what I'm saying? Then the caller said that on a couple of the searches that they had done, that they found handfuls of abandoned meth labs in that area where Dylan was. There was a girl in the community that wanted to talk to Candace alone for her to go to the casino, for Candace to go to the casino that she goes to every single Monday at the same time, so people would not be looking for her and know that she was going to give Candace this information. She then told Candace I'm going to sit at this lot. You're going to sit at this lot next to me, and we're going to download the WhatsApp. And so we're never going to talk directly. We're just going to text each other, sitting next to each other. And, we're going to talk discreetly. That way it won't be tracked. I won't be tracked. We're not going, oh yeah, okay. Okay, so this woman with the info said that she used to work for Kurt and had some info to tell Candace. The info was that Kurt had these bunkers out in Lucid, where Dylan was said to have been, and that she emphasized that if you did not know that those bunkers were there, you would never know they were there. That you could literally walk right over the top of them and you would never even know they were there. She said she only knew they were there, the bunkers, because she worked for Kurt and had food down there in those bunkers before. So she gave Candace the coordinates to the bunkers. The cops couldn't do anything with that info until about a week later. Then finally the FBI came in and went and searched those bunkers, and rightfully so, the bunkers do exist. To her knowledge, they ended up finding nothing, though. They said that it looked like nobody had been down in those bunkers for years. The caller said that she didn't really believe that because she didn't really believe that, but that she's not getting all the info either. The caller said that her boss, who is bestie with Justin's, and that she, as well as the people they work with, all believe that Jim, the PI, and the rumors that they have heard about Dylan are true. Jim emphasized that he was not lying or making anything up about Dylan and his sexuality. In fact, he could care less about that. He just wanted to get to the truth of why Dylan went missing. The caller said that she was one of the first people to tell Candace to shut the fuck up. And I guess they don't get along. And take this guy's help, meaning help from Jim, the PI. Everyone else agreed, but they didn't want to be the first to speak up with Candace because I guess she's a pain in the ass. The caller said that all of these sources that they have so far all link back to Kurt in some way, somehow. Suspicious why Dylan could be missing. Also, Don is Dylan's grandpa, the one who bought him the farmland, and also he may be a little bit in question. I don't know. I'm concerned about that. But she said that she didn't think that Justin wanted to go there and talk about his dad like that. Maybe him being involved. Maybe admit the feelings that Don, could have something to do with him and his son coming up missing. She's not sure. So Jim wanted to know why Dylan's family was bashing him for just trying to bring light to Dylan's case and the real reasons why he could have disappeared. The caller said that Justin did appear to like Jim, the PI, but she thinks that the issues are all coming from Candace not liking Jim, and that's why he was fired. She said, if I'm being completely honest, she's a control freak, which is also something she has heard about Candace. She doesn't think that Justin is in a place mentally where he has the energy to even fight her right now. The caller said that she doesn't know Justin's dad, Don, but she dealt with Justin's mom, Karen, when dealing with Justin's trucking business, that she has only spoken with her over the phone, but never in person. So she doesn't really know them that well personally. These are all just things that people who are close to their family have said so far. She said that Dylan had a lot of cash on him. He had $30,000 in cash, and a week or two prior to him missing, his grandpa Don had just given him $50,000 loan for the farm. Dylan was said to have been bragging about this at a bar in Montello, a town he frequented often. People are thinking that Kurt found out about it and the money and is responsible for Dylan missing. Now, let me tell you, I have another little piece on like what Montello is, but Montello is a small little area that Dylan would frequent. It's, far away. I think it's like an hour, but there was a bar there. And it was like the only bar there. And I believe there was like a post office or maybe a gas station. I don't know. But it was teeny tiny, so it would be the same type of people. Now, this area, I guess there was only said to be, Jim said that there were 200 people that lived there. I guess it's maybe less. But that 70 of those people are sexual offenders, registered sexual offenders. That's not even the people that are there that aren't registered. Okay, so I guess this is like a place, it's like very off the grid. All the people who want to escape from anything, society in general, live here in this area. And they're not good people. There's a lot of drugs, a lot of violence, a lot of all that. And that they handle their own shit around there. So they don't even call the cops. The cops barely are ever seen there. They don't even deal with that society. So there's a lot of sketchy things going on. And if Dylan is in Montello and he has this whole other lifestyle, that needs to be looked into, because that's a thing. That's, whether people like that or not, gay or not, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Your sexuality is nobody else's business. Nobody else lives your life. Don't worry about who someone sleeps with at night. You know what I mean? That's not your business. You do what you want to do. I do whatever. So mind your business. But it's all about Dylan and him being missing and us finding him, no matter what that theory consists of. So I love you guys so much. And that's what I got right now. And thank you for being here with me. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Cherish the simple things. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.